Hello everybody and happy Monday. In today's video I am going to be doing something a little bit new, and new in the way that I am using supplies that I am going to show you immediately. So I just got this lovely package in the mail from a gal that wanted to do a swap. Like, we agreed to do like a fun mail swap. And so I'm opening the packages. I had peeked at a few of them before, but then I decided maybe I should record it and have it be part of my mail art video for today. And so I'm just very quickly going through everything, just because I didn't want the video to be too long. And I wanted to get acquainted, I guess, with the supplies that I was going to be using today. So the lovely lady that I swapped with, her name is Anne, and she has been such an inspiration to me personally, but I know that she has been a pretty big inspiration for a lot of other people. And so I asked her if she would like to do a swap with me, because I just thought it would be fun. I don't ever do swaps, and I don't know, I just thought it would be fun. This is something that Anne does quite frequently, and so I figured I would give it a try. And I had a lot of fun gathering supplies that I thought she would enjoy, because we have very similar taste. You know, we like Japanese stationery, we like vintage stationery and vintage ephemera, and like our styles are just very similar. So it was just fun. I just thought the whole thing was really fun. And so I'm just gonna go through all of the lovely things that she sent me. Her packaging was amazing, and I do end up using some of the little ephemera clusters that she uses. My desk at the end of this video is a huge mess because there was so much sent, and I was sort of going through everything as I was filming and using, what I could kind of get my hands on. And it was a lot of fun. It was a struggle. I did struggle a little bit, because they were new supplies that I really hadn't, like, I don't want to say I didn't really know what to do with them, but they were new supplies, and I almost had this guilt of using them. And I don't know if anybody else struggles with that, but I definitely do struggle with using something that I get in the mail right away. Just because I feel like I want to have it for a minute and enjoy it and savor it for a second. And yeah, so I was definitely struggling with that sort of mentality through this entire process, but it was really fun anyway. So this, I think, is the last package. It is a little Christmas pack, which I thought was really adorable, and I cannot wait to use some of these supplies when it gets a little bit closer to December. And yeah, I was really impressed and really surprised with the things that she sent. And I liked the fact that I didn't actually have really any of it. So that was a pleasure. It was definitely overwhelming. There's quite a bit here, as you can see, but yeah, it was still fun. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And I'm gonna do 3 envelopes and a card today. So this white one I struggle with super hard, and I apologize if I'm talking super softly. I am actually recording in my living room today, because I was watching a really fun show. Well, it's not fun, it's actually awful, but I was watching it while I was editing this video after I recorded it, and I didn't really feel like going back in the office. So I don't want to talk too loudly, because the babies are napping, and I don't want them to hear me talking and think it's time to get up. But anyway, so the show I'm watching, because I know I've just like totally peaked everybody. I had just started it. I'm 36 minutes into the first episode, but it's a show called Evil on Netflix, and I'm into it already. I just finished the final season of Schitt's Creek. I really loved that show. My husband and I are working on Broadchurch right now. I think it's a BBC show, but it's on Netflix, and we are loving that right now. And I can't remember what show we finished before that. Oh, and I also have been watching, I just finished it. It's another show on Netflix called The Gift. And it's funny because it's actually, I think it's in Turkish. And so I had it dubbed so that it would speak English. But I also have to have subtitles on because my hearing is really funny in the way that I can hear certain pitches, but I can't hear others. Like things that are super soft to other people are kind of loud for me. And some things like my husband's tone, I can't hear some of the things that he says because it's a lot lower of a pitch, like a tone. And so I'm always asking him to repeat what he's saying, but there are other pitches that like he cannot hear at all that I can hear like clearly. So I always have subtitles on because sometimes the volume can be too loud or too high, and or I can't hear a certain pitch of a certain person's voice. This is totally random information that nobody needs to know. All that to say, the dubbed English speaking, like what I could hear was completely different than the subtitles the whole time. So that was really interesting. But the show was really good anyway. The show called The Gift. That was sort of a brain bender as well. But yeah, I'm starting Evil now, and it's pretty good so far. If you guys are needing a show that is kind of dark, my husband and I joke all the time that we watch these really dark, heavy shows really late at night before we go to bed. And that's totally true. I don't know why we do that. We're terrible. But anyway, all of that explaining to explain why I might be speaking in a softer voice than I usually do when I'm in my office and I don't really have to censor myself or anything like that. But I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody had a really great weekend. I had a slammer of a weekend. I swear I was in my car all weekend long, but it was fun. Let's see. Saturday we got up and we took the boys over to my father-in-law's so they could spend the night there. And then I checked my post office box, and then I dropped off some things that I'm working on for the bridal tea party that I am hosting for my husband's cousin. I'm having some custom favors made, and so I had to drop off some supplies for that. And then we came home and rested for a second, and then I had to go right back out to the store. I had to go buy some new jeans because my jeans are falling apart because I never buy anything for myself. And so my jeans are like pre-pregnancy pants. And so they were in tough shape, and I needed some new jeans before we go on our trip. And then I had to go to Target to get some things that we needed. We had run out of hand soap and stuff like that. And so and diapers and all the things. And so my mother-in-law accompanied me, and then we came home and ate and played 5 Crowns, which is also a really fun game. We really like to play that, but I am really mumbling on today. I'm really sorry. I had a busy weekend, and that's really all that matters. And I didn't have a chance to film this weekend or last week, because last week I was really busy as well. So I actually filmed this today. I am filming it, editing it, voiceovering it, and I will be uploading it and posting it all today. So I have not done this in quite some time. I used to film this way regularly before Cullen was born. I used to film, edit, and post all in the same day. And then once I had Cullen, and then right after that, Clara, I figured out that I needed to be way more organized and film in advance. So I didn't have to do all of this in one day, because it's quite a bit, and it takes up quite a bit of time to get it all done, like in one go. Anyway, let's move on. I'm sorry I have not explained anything that I'm doing on the screen. I hope that you're enjoying it. I'm sure that my manicure is like really catching everybody's eyes. I did a different, the color is actually coming up a lot darker on screen than it is, I think, in real life. It's like a really light, like lavender grayish color, but it's coming off as really dark purple on the screen. But I did a different type of manicure. I did a powder dip manicure, which is the first time I've ever done that. I normally just do gel, but the gel was really starting to get frustrating for me, and so I decided to try a dip manicure because they said it's a little bit stronger and might last a little bit longer. So the only problem is that it's super thick. Like, my fingernails feel very chunky, and it's taking some getting used to. But anyway, moving on, Skylar. I am working on some really fun stuff right now. I have completed the October Patreon rewards packs for the postcard pals. So if you're new here, I have a Patreon, and for the month of October and November, in my postcard pals tier, I am doing a little bit of extra goodies. Instead of just the exclusive postcard, I am also including extra goodies. It's like a welcome grand opening sort of thing. And in January, I will be opening 2 more tiers up that will give you an opportunity to get a little bit more in the mail from me instead of just the exclusive postcard. So I think that's really, really fun. I will leave the link for all of that down below if you're interested. But definitely be following over on Instagram because I have been giving lots of sneaks over there. So I came back to this white envelope because I was not satisfied with this one. I did not like it. I struggled with it while I was doing it in the moment, and I had to walk away from it because it was just getting so frustrating. And I think it was just because it was so white, it was so crisp, and I just walked away from it and came back to it now, and I like the end result a little bit better now that I have taken a break from it and sort of gotten to know the supplies a little bit better. And yeah. So I hope everybody has enjoyed this video. I am pretty much over at this point. I'm going to be bringing it in a little bit closer for you to see everything, but I hope that you have enjoyed this. If you have any questions, like always, please feel free to leave them down below. I will always make sure to answer any questions anybody has, and then any links that you need for getting a hold of me, finding my Patreon or my Instagram or my P.O. box address. Anything you need to know is going to always be down in that description box. So make sure that you always check that out as well. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. I really appreciate your time and taking 13 minutes and 46 seconds to hang out with me today. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much. Bye.